everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new craft room tour for y'all. If you are a patron of mine, you guys got a live scrapbook room tour last weekend. When I put this up, it'll be the weekend before. But they got an in-depth live scrapbook room tour, and they got to ask questions about things while I was going through the room. So this is my living room, and then you walk into my craft room. I am doing this with my phone, and I'm holding the phone, so you know it might be a little shaky, but I will try to make it not too terrible. So when you first walk in, actually I'm just going to do kind of an overview, I guess, so you guys can kind of see what the room looks like. It's really not that big. I do have a smaller room, which I'm not complaining because it's perfect for me. So this is the part where it's going to be difficult to film all of it. Then I have another little table here. And I did this on my letterboard a couple weeks ago. So, yay, never tear down another woman's castle in order to build your own. Okay, so I'm going to start back over here at the room, or at the door. So I do want to say that I removed, well, I didn't, my husband did. My husband removed my doors, so there's no closet door, and there's no door to my actual craft room, because doors take up space. It's swung in, and it would be right here, and then I would have no room for this. So once my room started growing and stuff, I had him take the door off the hinges, and we do have them in the attic. So if I ever want to put it back on, I can. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna start here. I have nothing in these. I actually want to get rid of this, and buy another one of these with the tall, skinny version, to put right here. So it'll probably be up to here. So yeah. But in this little wire basket, I just did some rearranging, I would say 2 weeks ago, and I've rearranged a lot of stuff. And I think that's why right now is the perfect time to do the craft room tour, because I've been in my space for about 2 weeks with everything rearranged. And I can kind of give you guys some tips and tricks, or not tricks, but tips on how I store my things and how they are working for me. So I do have my washing machine going in the background, so if you guys hear that, I'm sorry. But I think it's finishing up right now. Okay, so my daughter did some artwork. She likes to watercolor. So she did these, and I just have those here right now because she left them on the floor. And then I have Close to My Heart catalog and some magazines for inspiration. So that's what that is right now. I have a whole bunch of magazines in my closet. I just need to get them out and put them in this. So we have inspiration to work with. So moving on over here, this little cube is very, very old. I would say it's probably as old as my daughter, and she's 9. I got this from Michael's, and this was one of my very first craft room storages. I do want to say that I started at my dining room table scrapbooking. I did not have a room, and it took me many, 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 many years to get to this space, and many years to save money to purchase all of my items that you see, all of my desks and bins and all of that. So there's obviously still things that I would love to change, but for right now, this stuff works. Okay, so I'll do a little step back here. So in this little cube unit, you can tell its age. We moved a lot because my husband was in the military, but you can tell its age by looking at it. I mean, it's all scratched to pieces. It doesn't look perfect, but it works. And it actually has like a little divider thing that goes either here or here. And I took it out. I do still have it in case I ever want to change that up. But I have my traveler's notebooks here and some inserts back there, along with a couple inserts that are full. There's my wash machine. Here I have my 6x6 and 6x8 paper pads. And back there I have my art journal. That's my smaller art journal. On top, I have my Big Shot, which has been nice because before I had it, where did I have it? I had it, I think, on one of my cube shelves over here. Sorry, but I wasn't using it. So this is closer to me, and I think I'm using it more now than I have. Here is a canvas that I painted like 6 years ago. And I have holes in my walls because I did have stuff hanging there a couple years ago, and then I didn't really like it and I took them out, and I probably should have filled the holes, but I didn't. So real life. And my floors are creaky, so if you hear creaks, that's what that is. In this basket, I have all of my stamps that are not ink road stamps. So yeah, I have condensed them actually. So I have all of them in here, and I actually still have room to grow. So I still have space for more. That's a new storage solution, as well as this and this. And then right next to that, I have all my dies, which are easily accessible, and they're close to my die cutting machine. The reason why I put them there and not here is because this is my desk, and I want as much room as possible on here, and this one's a lot bigger, so that's why I put it there. Okay, so right here, I have 2 of these poster board papers that I take my photos on of my layouts that you guys see. And actually, recently, kind of going off on a tangent, but recently, I've just been moving my glass mat and just having a plain white background, and I've liked that as well. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, if I actually take them on that. Okay, so now we're gonna go through the drawers. This drawer unit is from IKEA. Almost all of my furniture is from IKEA except for this cube and an embellishment rack and a couple shelves. But I will tell you guys where everything is from. So in this top drawer, I just have more of like my office stuff, like family office stuff. So like bills that have been paid, yeah, just that kind of stuff. Okay, so in here, this desk is, this is not organized really much at all. I do have all my twine in here. I keep most of it in here, along with some ribbons and punches and glassine bags. I have tags, and that kind of thing. And this unit was from IKEA as well, and it fits in these drawers perfectly. Moving down, I have a couple collections in here that don't have much left in them. Either just the sticker sheet and a couple of pieces of paper, or the sticker sheet and the 6x6 paper pad. I do like to keep collections together. That works for me. So when I'm ready to scrapbook some snow pictures or winter pictures, I can come in here and grab this, and I know that it's all going to coordinate. Same thing down here. It's just that I have very little bits left of certain collections, and I'd like to keep them together. Next drawer is kind of my new drawer. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I got from Creativation at the event that I went to, in the swag bags, and I need to play with this stuff, and I want to play with this stuff. Some of it is stuff that I bought while I was there. I have a haul video on my YouTube channel. I will try to link it above if I remember, so you can just click it and check it out. But yeah, so lots of stamps and stencils and things. And then this is actually, I have an idea for this piece of paper for my Creativation trip. And then some of this stuff is just newer stuff that I bought that I just haven't played with. And yeah, so that's what's in that drawer. In the very bottom drawer is all of my 12 by 12 sticker sheets and chipboard sticker sheets. Okay, so on top here, I have my washi tape. I got this I go to a monthly scrapbooking crop, and at their Christmas crop, they had a dirty Santa, which is fun. If you guys have ever heard that, you can pick a gift and then you can steal gifts from people and all of that kind of stuff, which is really, really fun. But this is what I got. It's a washi tape holder, and you can see my lovely daughter organized the top one for me, and it pulls out and it just lays down, and the washi tape stays. It doesn't like fall out, which is really cool. So I've caught myself using my washi tape a lot more now that it's actually out on my desk. And here's the other one, and then this one. So it has 3 drawer things, and then on top of that is all of my Cricut stamps and dies, which is fun. So I'm on their design team, on their creative team, and I've been on for 2 terms. And so I've got a lot of stamps, and I'm running out of space here, so I'm going to have to come up with a better way soon to store these. And then right above it, my grandfather, who is no longer with us, he built this shelf many, many years ago, and when he passed away, my mom, it was actually in their house, I believe, and my mom told me that I could have it. Yeah. So, and then I keep all of my cards that people send me that make me handmade cards. I keep them because I know how much work they are. And these are not all of them. I have them displayed, some in my living room on my bookshelf because I ran out of room in here. And then I have some in, on another spot in my room that I'll show you guys in a little bit. So slowly move back down. I have a We Are Memory Keepers paper tray. It's just plastic, acrylic, I think, acrylic, plastic, whatever. And here on top are all the layouts that I need to do layout chair for. This is a collection that I was just working with for a live scrap and chat for my patrons. And then down here, this is just a random pattern paper that I have left. So I've used this little collection, the My Mind's Eye Happy Days collection, on I think 2 layouts. It's a smaller collection, and I only have 1 sheet of pattern paper left, so I went ahead and put that in there. And then if I buy random pieces of pattern paper here and there that I don't have a collection with, that's where it goes. So I'm running out of space. You can see that I don't have that much more room, so I need to start using some of that up. And then down here, I have a couple like mixed media backgrounds that I've already created that I can just pull out and work with if I feel like it. And then there is my bullet journal. This is where it sits. It's its home. And it has all of my stuff on it. And I just got these in the mail from Amazon to store my thickers in. My friend Amanda found them, and she sent me a link. And yeah, so if I can remember, I will put the link down below for these. Thickers fit perfectly in them, and they have a zipper. And yeah, so got those. And then this is another way how I store my collections. If I have a lot of the collection left, I will store them in these plastic sleeve envelope things that have a closure on them. I got them from Hobby Lobby, and I believe that I just have the Paper Studio brand, which is the cheaper brand. I think We Are Memory Keepers makes them, I think, and there's another company. There's lots of companies that make them, but I got mine from Hobby Lobby. So that's a collection that I'm wanting to work with. It's an older collection, but I want to work with it, so I pulled it out. And then right here is another drawer unit, which is actually gray. So funny story, my IKEA is about 2.5 hours away from me, 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on traffic. And I went to go pick this unit up and I got the wrong color. Guess what? I was not going back to return it. Was not happening because I drove 2.5 hours one way, 2.5 hours back, and just wasn't happening. So I said, you know what? I don't care that it's not white, and I don't care that it's the only piece of gray furniture that I have. I really don't care. So there it is with the white. And actually, you can tell my daughter has been in here because that drawer's dirty. She was using my inks for something. So here's my Totally Tiffany paper cart, which I have a review on, a full review on my YouTube channel as well. So I will try to link that above if you guys want to check that out. That is how I store all of my cardstock. And then collections are in these envelopes, just like this one. So those are all collections, not full collections, but when I have a lot of the collection still left, that's how I store them. And then up here, I have all of my 6x12 sticker sheets. And then over here, I have all of my tiny alphabets, smaller alphas, and then my thicker like phrases, my phrase stickers, all in there. Don't have many of those. And then these are my scraps of paper, and then more kits. Okay, so in these drawers, let's see what we have in drawer number 1. This is actually stuff for a class that I'm working on for my retreat coming up, so I'm gonna close that. In here, I have planner stickers and some erasers back there, a little gum eraser. Anyways, I think it erases like sticky stuff or adhesive. In here are my photos. So I do like to keep them, I have one empty, but I do like to keep them in these photo boxes, but these I have not cut down yet. I have them on 8.5 by 11, and I'll just cut them down. Right here is my overflow ink. These are inks that I have that I don't necessarily use all the time. I don't really use my distress inks anymore. I really use my distress oxide inks a lot more, and then my archival inks. I haven't been art journaling much lately, so those kind of just stay in there. And the same with my pigment inks. I don't really use them much anymore since I've found Catherine Pooler inks. They're my favorite. And then down there, whoops, that's retreat stuff. That's bills, not bills, but like my contracts with the hotels and our food, like menus for the food and all of that stuff is down there. So slowly moving over. We have a picture of my husband when he was in his early 20s when we were dating. It's like one of my most favorite pictures that I printed off when we were dating on the computer on printer paper, not even photo paper. And it's lasted that long. It's still here with us. And then this is my phone charger. It plugs into the back of my computer. But there's my computer. There I am. You can see my hand waving. But it plugs into the back and I can charge my phone, my mouse, and my keyboard that way. So here I have some pins. This little pineapple houses all of my sequins. Here is an ink road stamp that I stamped out the background, and she created a stamp with it. And it's got my little logo on it. Yay. That was exciting. I just got this in the mail actually yesterday because the first batch came out without my logo on it. So I have this one and the one without the logo, but I'm super excited to see that. Okay. So over here I have my mic. I just pull it out a little bit when I'm actually doing my voiceovers, and my ATG, which y'all, I didn't even realize that. I don't know if Tisa has told people yet. We told her she needed to do a video and tell everybody. At the last crop that I went to, the ATG is flat. It has a flat bottom, right? You see that little, yeah. I always just lay it down. At the crop, someone noticed that she puts hers like that. And I was like, oh, I never thought to do that. That's amazing. She's like, yeah, I think that's what it's for. So, yeah. Thanks, Tisa. Here's my mouse for my computer, my little photo trimmer, my stamp chamois that needs to be cleaned really bad. It's really dirty. Excuse that. And then I have this little, I don't even know what it's called. I got it from IKEA, but I can't find it online and I don't remember what it's called. I've searched it. I have so many questions. People ask me all the time. Every single time I do a craft room tour video, people ask me, what is that? Where did you get it? Well, I'm sorry. I've tried to look for it and I can't find it. And I don't remember the name of it, but it is from IKEA. So if you want to do a search down a wormhole or rabbit hole, you can go ahead. I've tried so many times to look for it and I can't find it. I got it 4 years ago, so I'm not even sure if it's still available, to be honest. In here, I have all of my Catherine Polar stamps and bullet journal stamps, which are mostly all Catherine Polar, and then my Tombow markers that I use for my bullet journal as well. Moving on over here, I have my little tiny trash can, a man walking. Oh, that's not a man, that's a girl. Somebody walking down the street. So yeah, I have a trash can. It's my little like scraps trash can right there. And then I have this little Ray Dunn thing. It says create, you can't even see it, that houses my most used tools. So I have my ruler, my 2 favorite pairs of scissors. I have my blending little brushes from Nuvo. I have my blender pen and some other like markers and paintbrushes. And then this little pink caddy, I believe I got from Tuesday Morning a couple years ago. I think, pretty sure I did. And it just holds my most used mists. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My dimensional little dots, some Post-it notes, my eraser that I use in my bullet journal a lot, and some Nuvo drops, my fine line bottle, and then my stamp blocks, my acrylic blocks. And then my little craft tweezers are sitting in front because I use them all the time as well, and my pencil that I use in my bullet journal sits right there as well. Slowly going up. Oh, this is how I film. So I'll scoot back a little bit. It's hard for this squeaky chair. That is how I film. It's a gooseneck phone clamp. I got it on Amazon, I would say probably 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. This is how I've been filming. And honestly, it's not great if you go on crops and you want to film. So that's really why I don't film at crops, but I love it. It's perfect for just filming at my house, which is great. My husband built this little block that it clamps to because I hated clamping it to my desk because if I touched my desk, it would shake. And I really hated that. So if it's up there, I don't get any shake. So yeah, that is how I film. And then my wonderful husband, mounted, sorry for that. Maybe I should actually stand up. I'm sitting in my chair because it's just easier. But I'll stand up real quick to show you guys. Back on up here. So that is my desk that I film at. You see how bright it is? So nice, right? But yeah, he did a really great job with mounting those. He just went up in the attic and yeah, that's how we mounted them. And then my giant light that I hate. It's really cool looking, but it's when you turn it on, it's really hot. It's super bright. And it's like orange lights. It's not this nice blue light that you get with like these. Okay, so I'm gonna sit back down and finish going through here. Okay. So I also have my paper towels here and my water mister. And then I have my current Click Kits kit in that container, and I actually got that from Tuesday Morning as well. You can go there and find little paper trays like that. They have all kinds. So I have this that my friend bought me, and I'm waiting to get the right glue that goes in it. But I'm waiting until I run out of this glue to switch over. because it doesn't fit, because the nozzle's too long. It just kind of falls out. But I'm holding on to that because I am going to use it. So yeah, I have a couple pictures of Emily and my dad and me and my dad. Yeah. So down here I have some wood veneer and a little flower bowl that Emily made me many, many years ago. And then here I have some thread, some embellishments and such, my glasses cleaner, some stamps. Again, I have some random embellishments. And then in here, this is for, I'm working on my kit for my class that I'm teaching at my retreat, and those are just some trims that I'm getting prepared for that. And then over here is my paper trimmer, Caterpillar Pro. I also have a review on my channel on that. I will try to link it above so you guys can check that out. And then right down below, I have an extra light. It's an aught light that I used to use before I got my big lights. And I have another light over here that's a hanging light that I bought, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work in this space. So my trash can, and then my Rascog cart. So this is a new way of storing some things for me, and it's been working very well. So actually, yeah, I did not go through the drawers over here. I'll go through those in just a minute. My daughter wrote this. Hello, my name is Big Papa. Can you tell we listen to rap music? She made that. So at my retreat, I had these name tags, and you could just put your name on it and wear it. And yeah, her and her daddy had just listened to that song on the way to the retreat. And so that is what she did. And she stuck it on my cart. And of course, I'm like, yes, I'm keeping it. So, and then I have a Hello Gorgeous sticker from Inkroad Stamps. My clips here, my tiny attacher. And then up here, one of my friends, Amanda, stores her die cuts this way. And I'm not sure if she stores her stickers this way as well, but I decided to just put all of them in here. I just felt like it would be easier. And I already had this big, I don't know what it is, container from Michael's. I've had it for a couple years, and it was just sitting in my closet empty. So this is the way that I'm storing my stickers and ephemera, and these little photo sleeves are from Office Depot. So that was her little, that's how she's been storing her stuff. And so I took that idea from her. I stole it because I thought it was a great idea. And then because Booze, I'm a flipper. If I don't have things accessible, is that the right word? If they're not in reach of me or I don't see them, I'm not going to remember that I have them. Or if they're across the room, like over here in a drawer, I'm not going to go for them because I film and I don't want to waste time by getting up and then I have to edit that out or keep it in. So I felt like this would just work so much better if I can just flip through, right? And so hopefully so far it's been working, and I've been grabbing for my stuff more than I used to. So yeah, that is the way that I'm storing. I would love to have a prettier basket for all of this stuff right here, but for now this is working for me, and this is what I have, and I didn't want to go buy more stuff. So that is the way that is working. But what I used to have up here was all of my mists and mixed media stuff, which made the cart super, super heavy. And the cart, because I have carpet in here, it was really hard to like move. I would have to like pick it up and move it. It wouldn't roll because the cart was so heavy. Okay, so anyways, moving down, I have, this is also new for me, all of my enamel shapes, enamel dots, and little, what are they called? Doodle pops are back here. That's how I've been keeping them, and I've actually been using them a lot more as well. This is just a bag from Freckled Fawn. And actually I got this in a rack somebody sent me a couple years ago. And I used to just keep stuff in it, like enamel dots, sequins, and stuff that I was taking to crops. And I just feel like this is just so much easier to have right here. I see them. I can, sorry for my foot, I can pull it out pretty easily. And then all of my letter stickers, all of my thickers are in here, and they fit perfectly. But again, I'm running out of room. I'm not going to have much room. And yeah, down here, I used to have all my watercolor stuff, but I've moved it. So now, once I run out of room here, I can move down here as well, and I'll have more room for thickers, because you can never have too many thickers, am I right? So yeah, that is what I have on my cart. So slowly moving back over here, I forgot to show you guys the drawers, what I have in these drawers. So this video is going to be long, you guys, so hopefully you guys like the detailed, in-depth kind of look into my craft room. So in this top drawer, I do have this little calendar that I got in a crafty mug exchange. I like to have it here so I can just, when I'm doing my bullet journaling, I can flip to the month and make sure that I'm on the right dates. I've also got all of my, I have a ton of doilies, you guys. I think I have a problem. That is one of the things that I like to really use a lot first. And then, yeah, there's a lot in here. So lots of doilies, packaging that I keep for the packaging technique. Yeah. And then some finished little bits for ink road stamps, some Post-it notes, and that kind of stuff. In here is my most used inks, and my ink dauber blending tool things. So I have all of my Distress Oxide inks in here. My Versamark, my VersaFine, which is my favorite black ink. My Simon Says Stamp Intense Black, which is great for Copic coloring. My embossing powder tool. And then all of my Catherine Polar inks, which I am in love with. You guys, if you guys have not, seriously, if you're a stamper and you have not tried her inks, I would highly recommend them. They're amazing. So I will have a link linked below for those. I am an affiliate for her. So down here, this is a drawer full of all kinds of things. So I have my craft foam, I have glue dots, extra adhesive, foam tape, extra ATG adhesive, and all of my glitter, stickles, liquid pearls, that kind of stuff. Embossing powders, spare embellishments that are small and that I just don't have in like sleeves where I was storing them, and then some frames, all of my ink road flat back pearls and gems. If you've not checked those out, they're super gorgeous, so make sure you check those out. And my little photo corners that are kind of new to me, or those are new to me, not photo corners. And now in here is my mixed media drawer. You guys, look at this drawer. Oh my God. These are all of my mists except for the very few that you saw on top of my desk. And then I also have some paints. What is that? My gesso, my Nuvo mousses, some glitter pastes, some modeling paste, and all of that. And I still have room. You can see that I still have, not very much, but I do still have some room in there. And then now down here is where I store my watercolor stuff. So I have my little palette, which is stained. I have my watercolor crayons that I never used. I think I've used once in an art journal. My really big watercolor palette, my Jane Davenport watercolors, watercolor pencils, and then a couple smaller watercolor palettes. How many times can you say watercolor? And this is not dirt, it's stains from, yeah, not from me, but it's stains. This carpet is really, really old and it's stained, so. Okay. So there's the overview of my desk area. So I'm going to stand up and move on over here. Push my chair back in. So over here is my embellishment center. That's what it was called. And this was the other piece that I was talking about earlier. That's from Michaels. And you can see that I have a card up there, some cards here. And so again, I like to display my cards and keep them out. So this is kind of what that's turned into, is just a display center. I have a couple pieces that I just like to keep displayed. So moving over here is my closet, which is just a mess. Not really. Vinyl and just extra storage stuff. Over here I have like a sewing kit, which my mom bought for me and I've never used it. I have used some safety pins out of it. And then I have some spray paint and extra little storage bottles. Then down here's my printer, my box to my Caterpillar Pro. If you like to go to crops, I know that was one of the things that I was like, oh, I don't know if I want that big giant paper trimmer because I'm not going to be able to carry it anywhere with me. But if you, if you keep the box, you can just throw it in the box and the box has a handle and you can just carry it that way. So down here I have a shelf that needs to be put up somewhere, I don't know, in our house. And then down here I have extra like printer paper, photo paper, envelopes, card fronts, and that sort of thing. Moving over here, I have all of my Copic and Spectrum Noir markers, so they're all alcohol ink markers. And then my paint brushes and some extra tools, scissors, spatula things, that kind of thing. And then actually in this rainbow color drawer thing, I got it super, super cheap at Michael's because this drawer was broke. I bought it, I don't know, a year ago and it just wasn't working for me. That's when I, like just recently, 2 weeks ago, moved all of my ephemera and stuff to here. So I did have them all stored in here. So I had like all of my enamels in one. I had all of my puffy stickers in one. I had all of my die cuts in one. I had all of my 12x6 sticker sheets in one. And I just wasn't using my stuff. So I pulled them out and I'm going to do something with this. I just don't know what yet. So moving over, I have this rack from IKEA and you can buy the little hooks, the little S hooks to go on it. And I have all of my stencils hung up on that. And then I have my Cricut mats. And up here I have a beautiful canvas that my friend Tisa made for me. She put the little saying that I say, spread love and be kind, on it, which was super kind of her. She did one of those, the pours, the acrylic paint pours, which is really, really cool. If you look at it like closely, it's so cool looking. Like you can just see all of the different paints and stuff. It's really fun. So I do want to hang that up, but I just haven't yet. So it sits there for now. And as well as this. This was the very first layout that I had in a magazine, or got published, and so Greg surprised me and had it framed, and I want to hang it up, but he needs to hang it up and he keeps not doing it. So I want to hang it right here. I want to make a gallery wall right there, but one day it'll happen. Okay, so over here I have my Cricut and my sewing machine that I have not been using. And then in here I have just extra like glitters and stuff, which I don't use because glitter is beautiful, but it's the devil. Down here I have all of my yarn. I do crochet, but I haven't in probably, I don't know, 2 years, to be honest. In these drawers I have storage bags, some tools like screwdrivers, seam rippers, that kind of thing. I'm like scared to open these drawers. In here I have sewing stuff, pretty much. Moving on, over here I have another shelf that I think I got from Michael's just one of the plain wooden shelves, and I painted it. And I have just some little things that I want to display, some stamps that are cute, pictures, a little saying. I made that H up there on a wooden block. I painted it and glittered it and all that good stuff. And then I just have a couple, this little heart banner I made, this Be Kind sign. One of the ladies that came to my retreat, last retreat in the fall, got that for me. I think it was really sweet of her to get that for me. Love it. And then Emily made these two little signs that I have hanging years and years ago. I made this sign. I just put the Heather's Crafty Life in vinyl. Is that what it is? A vinyl? I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. I have a little ink road sign from her, or like signature thing. And then this little keychain is from Buttons Galore and More. They had some of my layouts in their booth at Creativation, and when they sent those back to me, they sent me some goodies, as well as this really, really nice keychain that has like a glitter. You can't see the glitter on camera, but it's a glitter cactus and it says Arizona, and they were saying thank you. And then here's my badge from Creativation with all of my pins that I got while I was there. I didn't get as many as most people, but I love the ones that I got. So super fun. I want to keep that displayed because that was a great moment. Not moment, it was a great experience. Here I have some 12 by 12 paper pads that honestly I hate the way they're stored. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't like that they like hang over, but that's how they're stored for now. And then over here, oh gosh, y'all. Okay, this is all retreat stuff for my next retreat. So sneaky peek. And then moving over, I have my big unit here. I have two. These are two on top of each other. So up top, I just have some albums. All of those are finished. And these two are finished as well. In the baskets, I'm not going to go through all the baskets because they just have stuff in them. You guys know what I mean, like extra foam brushes, extra paint, extra, like one of them is just full of paint, extra things. And then I have an album, two albums that have not been filled yet with anything. Over here I have paint. And then here is all of my embroidery floss. Is that what you call it? Those were all my grandmother's, and she had them stored in these containers. And then she had this box that had just full skeins is what she has written there. That's her handwriting. And it's full. My mom gave those to me when she passed away. This little thing has bubble wrap for shipping, and then tissue paper. Haven't used tissue paper in a while. Down here, I have some bags. They're all kind of folded up and just in there. What are they? They're not just bags, they're totes. Yeah, totes. And then I have, these are all layouts that are in sleeves, ready to go in albums. And then these are all layouts that are ready to go in sleeves. These were the layouts that were just sent back to me from Buttons Galore and More. There's, yeah, two in there. That box is, those two boxes are filled with old pictures or extra pictures that I printed like double of. This is all of my trims and ribbons. That's retreat stuff. This is my little basket of giveaway stuff for my Patreon channel. I do a giveaway each month for those who participate in the challenge each month. So that is the little, if I buy something extra, I'll throw it in there, or if I have something that I want to put in there, that's what I do. Watercolor paper here, an old album, more albums. Down here is some stuff that I want to give to my mom. She just started scrapbooking recently, so then these are the like tripods for my lights, for my big studio lights. When they're not in the ceiling, they can stand on those and they come out and get tall and all that good stuff. Then I have my little scrapbook store apron hanging there. And that, you guys, is my craft room. I'll do a slow turn around so you guys can see it all again. FedEx, what are you guys bringing? Anything for me? Probably not. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about anything that you saw, leave them below. Let me know how you guys store things. If you have a better way of storing something, or you found like the best way to store something, let me know. Let me know below. I would love to know your way of storing stuff. I love trying new ways to organize things and finding things that work for me. And what might work for me might not work for you, and that's okay. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that you all have an amazing day. Bye.